Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today I have the newest release by YSL, which is called Myslf Le Parfum, and this is the biggest bottle you can get, which is the 100ml one, and I got this quite recently from Spain, I believe, and I know it only just got released recently as well. So looking at the packaging, it's quite similar to the Eau de Parfum version, but obviously the only difference is this one, it's in all black. The logo at the back, it's kind of like a black matte finish, and at the back it's just ingredients. You can pause the screen if you want to read this, and at the top it's just the usual packaging and the batch code right at the bottom. So without further ado, I'm just going to open this packaging and show you what the bottle looks like inside. So the bottle looks something like this. It has a matte black finish all around the bottle, and at the top it just has the YSL logo, and the bottom is just a batch code. And I think it's quite hard to see through the bottle. You would need a very strong torchlight in a dark room to kind of see the remaining levels, which is quite annoying sometimes. So I'm going to waste a few sprays for you and see what it looks like. It's quite a good spray, and then it just clips back on like this. Looking at Fragrantica, we can see the main accords are white floral, vanilla, citrus, as well as sweet. And if you take a look at the note breakdown, the top notes, there's black pepper, middle notes, there's orange blossom, and the base notes, there's bourbon, vanilla, amber, patchouli, as well as woody notes. So after giving this fragrance a good full day of wear, I noticed that the opening, it's very similar to the original Myslf Eau de Parfum. The only difference with this one is that it's a little bit too feminine for me, I believe. I think it's quite similar to the YSL Libre line for the women's version. It's very white floral, it's very vanilla, it's also quite an, I would say, an amber, kind of a warm spiciness to this scent. And to my nose at least, I think this one, it could be a little bit redundant if you already own the Eau de Parfum. I think the Le Parfum, it's a little bit more sharper in terms of the white floral notes. It's a little bit sharper and more intense with the vanilla and the patchouli notes. So overall, I would say my experience with this fragrance is that the opening and the mid can be a little bit too floral. It can be a little bit too feminine for some people, but if you enjoy the Eau de Parfum and if you want it to I would say a little bit be more intense, then the Le Parfum might be the suitable fragrance for you. But if you found the Eau de Parfum a little bit too feminine from the start, then I would suggest you to maybe try this fragrance first before committing to a full bottle, because it's not cheap in a way. For the Le Parfum version, it's quite pricey for what it is, so definitely give this one a try before committing a full bottle and see how it projects and how long it lasts for you. And for me, the longevity and projection for this fragrance, I get a good, I would say, 6 hours on my skin, and for my clothes I get maybe 7 to 9 hours of longevity, and then it just slowly disappears. But every now and then I do get some nice whiffs of this fragrance in the air. So the projection is quite alright. I get maybe an arm's reach for the first 30 minutes to an hour, and then it just turns to a skin scent, or you might get nose blind to this fragrance, because I definitely have. But that's not to say it's not there, because I've asked my partner and you could still definitely smell this on my skin and clothes. So personally, I would give this fragrance a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad release, but it's also not a creative one. It's very similar to the original Eau de Parfum. It's very similar in terms of how it opens up. The notes are very similar. The only difference is, like I said before, this one, Le Parfum Myslf, it's very, I would say it's a sharper version of the Eau de Parfum in terms of the white floral notes and also the vanilla notes. So let me know what you think about this fragrance in the comments below, and as usual, I'll see you all in my next video.